Hi, I'm Chris Barnes, and I'm here with Columbia 300 brand manager Bugsy Kelly and my better half, Linda, and we're here to tell you about the brand new ball from Columbia 300, the Ransom Demand. Bugsy, you know the story behind this ball better than anyone. Why don't you tell us about it?
Sure, Chris. This is a ball that we're very excited about here at Columbia 300. We've created a ball that's extremely versatile and works for a lot of different styles, and it's basically an upgrade from a ball that we had a couple seasons ago called the Full Swing. That's why we're excited about it.
The Full Swing was one of my favorite balls, and I heard you say upgrade. Can you tell us what you mean by that?
Sure. When I talk about upgrade, we took the Full Swing to R&D, and we asked them for a ball that gave you a little more forgiveness at the break point and a little bit more recovery down lane, and they pretty much exceeded my expectations. They gave me a ball that was even better than I thought they could come up with.
Now this ball for me hooks more and gives me more recovery down lane than the Full Swing and the World Beater. Why is that?
Well, Linda, considering that we started out with the same core that we had on the Full Swing, it's the cover stock that makes a difference on this ball.
Now, you said Super Tilt Solid 2.0, and we used the Super Tilt Solid on the World Beater. What's different about 2.0?
Well, when you take these balls, you take a Ransom Demand and you look at it under a microscope next to a World Beater, you've got a completely different cover. We've got an upgraded cover. We've got one that has more peaks and valleys, so it's a little bit more aggressive in nature, where we're using 4,000 on this ball versus the World Beater that had 2,000 to make this ball a little bit more lengthy and a little more angular.
So even though this ball is smoother, it still hooks more down lane. It's a great combination. Now, you said 4,000 versus 2,000 before. I noticed when I was throwing this ball over the last couple of weeks, it takes to shine a little bit, kind of a lane shine is what we call it, a little bit quicker. There's really no disadvantage to that. As a matter of fact, I kind of prefer that. But what you can do is use an oil-free towel. That'll help keep that lane shine from picking up quite so fast.
Chris, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you talked about the fact that it does lane shine after using it some. 4,000 versus 2,000 just does that. And it really gave us a wider range of conditions that we could use it on when we put it at 4,000 versus 2,000. But if you're a low rev player, you bowl in a little bit more oil, feel free to sand it at like 2,000 or something like that.
You'll still keep most of the length and still keep a lot of that back end too.
Definitely. And one of the things that I really recommend after every time that you use the ball, we'd like for you to use Energizer Cleaner on it. This is from Powerhouse, one of our other brands, and it really does help prolong the life of your ball. It won't keep it sanded, it won't keep it dull, but it's going to keep the ball alive for you a little bit longer.
It breaks down that oil and kind of gets it out of there. It's something we do to keep our balls so they last longer throughout a PBA season and don't have to keep drilling balls.
Yep.
But now for the last bit of the tech talk, let's talk about the core. The Full Swing core was a medium RG, high mass bias, high differential core, and this is basically the same thing. Now the Ransom had a different density version of that core. Why did we move away from that and back to the Full Swing core?
Well, Chris, this Full Swing core is synonymous with some really high performance products from Columbia 300 over the past couple of years. We've dropped this down. This is an upper mid performance product. So we wanted to give you the most performance we could at the price point. If you look, it wasn't very long ago that we used this core in our products at HP for a little bit more money. We want to give you the most product possible at this price point. And so we've done that with the Full Swing core.
And an upgraded cover.
That's right. Got a great ball here.
Well, we've talked about all the high-tech stuff about this bowling ball. Let's talk about one more opportunity that you've given us. There's this great sticker on this bowling ball, a program that you've developed. Why don't you fill us in on it?
Linda, this is a program that I'm really proud of. Columbia 300 is going to be donating a portion of the proceeds from every bowling ball to bowling's charities. We've got 4 different charities, or 4 different causes that we're giving back to. We've got Bowl for the Cure, BVL, which is Bowlers to Veterans Link. We've got the Bowling Hall of Fame, and we've got JDRF, which is something special to you.
Yeah, obviously they're all great charities. JDRF is personal to us because our son was diagnosed in 2008 with juvenile diabetes type 1. So he is insulin dependent and must take insulin every day to survive.
And we really appreciate you, Bugs. You've taken time in a tough economic climate to give a little bit back to other needy charities.
Chris, it's something that I'm proud about. It's something that I'm excited about, and we're happy that we can help out. And the way for you to go on and tell us where you'd like for your money to go to is to go to the website that's posted on the sticker and tell us exactly where you want your money to go. There will be money divided between those 4 different charities, but based on the percentages that you put in on our website.
That's great.
Well, now that we've covered all the good stuff, the mushy stuff, the tech stuff, get a woman to do her job, let's clean up, let's go bowl.
That's right, let's go bowling. Chris, we want to talk about the layouts that you're using on these Ransom Demands. The first layout is a 70 by 4 3/4 by 70.
By using a pin that far away, I get a little bit of length out of this ball first before that core takes over and it really changes directions. This allows me to stay a little bit square to the lane with that lower pin and allows me to control a little bit more. The similar drilling to the World Beater that I had that I won the World Championships with, this ball out hooks that by 4 or 5.
All right, very good. This ball right here is a 75 by 4 3/4, so you have the same pin placement as the other ball, but it's by 40, so that gets the pin up tall.
By getting the pin up tall, we've allowed the ball to flare more. This allows it to hook more down lane. I get further left and get a longer continuation move down lane.
All right, let's go see what they do for you.
All right. My higher pin, Ransom Demand, this one lets me move left and really hook the lane. Now my lower pin, Ransom Demand, I use this one to play more in the track area. It gives me a little bit more control right back in.
All right, here we have Linda's bowling balls. Linda's access point is 4 5/8 over by 5/8 up, so the pin placements are going to be a little different for her. On this ball, we have a 60 by 3.5 by 70 degree. Linda, when would you actually use this bowling ball?
This would be one that I would start with because it rolls earlier than this one and continues for me. Later in the block, I would go to this ball for a little more length and a little more back-end reaction.
All right, and the reason Linda would go to this ball is because the pin's a little bit taller. She's got a 50 degree by 4.5 by 40 degrees, gets the pin up a little bit taller, gives her a little more length and a little more back end.
Linda with her low pin, Ransom Demand. This is what she uses on the fresh. It still cuts through the oil, but has enough back end to go through the pins really good. Now later on, when she can take advantage of the lane condition, she uses the higher pin. This ball gets further down lane, makes a stronger move off the break point. With special thanks to the ITRC for letting us use the facility today, this is Chris Barnes with Columbia 300 brand manager Bugsy Kelly, my better half Linda Barnes. The Ransom Demand. We got a brand new cover for you, a great ball, and a great cause.